Here's one of the latest interviews from Rock and Metal Revival. If you want to hear the whole show, go to rmrshow.com.
There's brand new music from the Hounds of Jezebel. It's called The Shakedown on Rock and Metal Revival. And, dude, ever since I heard them the first time, I've been telling you what a great band these guys are. And
I'm liking this stuff, yeah.
This is good. Great. And we reached out to lead vocalist of Hounds of Jezebel, John Curry, and he said, do I have to be on the show? But he called anyways.
And you threatened him.
Yeah.
You threatened him.
I was trying to avoid the call, actually.
He's got a call waiting.
A bit of extortion.
It says idiots calling. But, hey, John, welcome to Rock and Metal Revival.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Hey, John, for our listeners and even for us a little bit, we're unfamiliar with, Hounds of Jezebel. Tell us a little bit about the band.
Yeah, man, so we all kind of come from different backgrounds of other bands and stuff, and two of the other guys were in a band called Earshot for a while, and I was in a band a long time ago called Gone Blind. Excuse me, my voice is a little gone today. But I don't know, we just kind of were all sick of the music industry and kind of all stopped playing music for a while, and we met each other through a mutual friend, and we were like, hey, man, you guys want to, start jamming again? And so, we just kind of got together to start having fun again, playing music with actually no ideas of what we wanted to do, just other than, kind of blow off some steam. And a few practices later, we had like 10 songs written, and we were like, man, maybe we should record this stuff. And then we recorded it and let a few people listen to it, and they were like, man, you guys need to start playing out. And that's kind of how it all started.
Well, John, today with everyone trying to label bands, they're this or they're that, I think the best way that I can describe you is you're just a straight rock and roll band, plain and simple.
Yeah, I would agree with that, yes.
Yeah,
we just want to play rock and roll, and not many people are doing that anymore.
Exactly, and and now that The Shakedown is your second release, the EP is. How do you feel about how the band has grown since those first 10 songs and you put that first album out?
I think that it took us a while to kind of, I guess, get to know each other, both personally and musically. And I think that the first album was a growing process for us. And then, kind of when we look back and on it all, we weren't really trying to do anything. We had no intention of radio play or trying to get a record deal or anything like that. And then we kind of reflected when we went back to start writing again, and we were like, man, let's really take what we've learned from each other and see where we can go with it. And I think that this second recording is kind of shows the growth of the band, both personally and musically, I think, and kind of the direction that we're going to continue to go in.
So I see you've got a couple shows coming up. You got any more in the works as far as like a tour, maybe getting around to?
So the plan, actually, at this point, is we're going to go out to LA and do another. I guess it's a radio conference called the Global Rock Summit, okay. And really launch a campaign after that, and then do a tour this summer.
Cool.
So now, speaking of doing the radio summits like that, with corporate and terrestrial radio being so political, how important is it to a band like Hounds of Jezebel for internet radio to get on board in shows like ours?
It's absolutely anybody that will listen. We would love to play. You know what I mean? Yeah. At this point, any help that we could get, since we're doing everything on our own, and shows like this are it's what we need.
Exactly.
So support from any avenue, really.
Yeah. Who else is in the band?
Chris Lovelace is our wonderful guitar player. Mike Nara, the drummer, and Daniel Wills is our new bass player. We actually had an original bass player that left the band a while back, and I had known Daniel through writing songs with Scott Stapp, actually.
Oh, wow.
So and called him up one day and said, hey, man, we're looking for a bass player. And he said, I'd love to do it.
Couldn't get Wolfie Van Halen?
Was that? Yeah.
Couldn't get Wolfie Van Halen?
Dude, actually, Daniel's dad was the bass player in Foreigner.
Oh,
no
very
shit.
cool.
Nice.
Yeah, for real.
Nice. Well, there's a tour maybe you can get on.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. I'm pushing for that, man. I'm pushing for it.
Well, John, with our listeners here, we pretty much like our listener. Okay, I'm sorry, listener.
Come on.
Yeah, okay.
Listener.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks.
Hey, Jose, how you doing out there?
we get some emails once in a while about everybody liking the straightforward ahead rock and roll, and that's what you guys are playing. Do you think that sound's coming back?
I sure hope so.
Yeah, you're on the wrong bandwagon.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, honestly, that's like, we're not reinventing the wheel or anything like that, but I do think that what we're doing is not really what anybody's doing, and I think people want to hear good music with good lyrics and, something to say. Somebody has something to say. And as far as our music goes, I love telling stories, and, I love bands like Foreigner and Pink Floyd and, all those guys that used to make you close your eyes and you could picture what was going on. I think that's kind of what we're trying to do.
Very cool.
So are there any tracks on I've listened to both of them, and I'm kind of finding a lack of cowbell. What do you think?
I've got a fever.
You think that would push you guys over the top, adding some cowbell to everything?
We've definitely talked about it, for sure.
Because, I add it to our show all the time.
And it's not helping.
There it is.
Hey,
I've been having a problem getting a hold of Christopher Walken.
I know. He's tough. He's busy.
He's a busy guy. He's running for president. The more cowbell platform, yeah.
There you go. I'd go for it.
He's got my vote.
He's mine too, with what's out there. Hey, if people want to find out more about Hounds of Jezebel, now you guys got a killer website. You want to tell people about where they can check you guys out?
Absolutely. It's hounds-of-jezebel.com. We're also on Facebook, Reverb Nation, Twitter, Instagram. Just check us out. We would love to meet you, for sure.
And those are some cool T-shirts, man. You sent us a couple shirts. Those are really cool. I like that.
Yeah, very cool.
Once again, our bass player, he designs most of our actually all of our stuff.
Oh, nice. You got a multi-talented bass player.
Yeah, wow.
Sweet.
Most bass players aren't that talented.
Yeah, most bass players, you're lucky if
like me.
If they can have all four strings on.
We're going to play another track off the first album. This one's called Without Love. You want to tell us a little bit about this, John, as we get out of here?
Yeah, man. This song was actually a pretty personal song to me at the time that we were kind of, starting this musical journey. I was dealing with some issues with my personal life and my wife and stuff, and we had kind of separated and were in a crossroads in our path. And the song just kind of talks about about being without love, and it's definitely something that everybody in this world can relate to, and it's the one four-letter word that nobody can live without.
Yeah, all right, very cool. Well, check out Hounds of Jezebel. John Kerr, you're welcome back on this program anytime.
I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
To catch the whole show of Rock and Metal Revival, all you have to do is check it out on these affiliates. Mega Rock Radio's on Saturdays from 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and on Uncontrolled Noise Tuesdays at 1 a.m., Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern on UncontrolledNoise.com. And make sure that you leave them a message and tell them that you found Rock and Metal Revival on their stations. Enjoy this edition of Rock and Metal Revival.